And Christopher from East London says, I am binging all of the In Your House pay-per-views on Netflix. All of this is before my time. And I found Shawn Michaels' celebration after defeating Diesel very interesting. He kind of mocked Hulk Hogan there, hitting his pose and whatnot. Was this the case? Was he trying to say that he was the number one wrestler in the world, or was it deeper than that? No, I don't think it was any deeper than Hogan was the top star in the other promotion. You know, Diesel was on his way out to that same company, and he was mocking the old guy in that other place. You know, Shawn had just won the title at WrestleMania the month before. I don't know if Hogan was champion in April of '96. It was either Hogan or Savage or Flair. I'm sure it was one of those three. Maybe the Giant. I don't know. The Giant won the title around that time too. But, you know, Hogan was the guy over there. He used to be their guy, but now he was WCW's guy. Shawn had just won the title. I'm sure there were some people in his mind who, you know, didn't see him in that role. And that was just him taking some shots, you know, with the other guy in the other promotion. So no, I don't think you need to look at it any deeper than that. They were not fully getting their asses kicked yet by WCW because the NWO angle hadn't started up for another few months. But that's really all it was. Wait until you get to 1997. Like, you're going through all the In Your House shows. Wait until you get to 97. You should really do a watch through of that entire year, at least in WWE, just because 97 is when they had their backs against the wall. And it ended up being one of their best years creatively. But he says also, who would you deem as Mr. In Your House? Dude. That's a tough one. It's really between two people, though. It's either Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels. It's one of those two. But that's tough. You know, with Bret, the In Your House matches that stand out to me with Bret are the Hakushi match, which was from the very first one. Later that year, I know he had a match with Pierre when he was doing the pirate gimmick, PCO. They had a very good match. The Hershey, Pennsylvania match with the British Bulldog was a great match. That was better than their SummerSlam match at Wembley. A lot bloodier, too. The Final Four match for the vacant title, which literally I just watched this on their Vault channel yesterday. They posted it several days ago. I watched it yesterday. They talk about bloody. Poor Vader, he gets his eye busted open 5 minutes into a 30-minute match off a chair shot by The Undertaker. And he's got the mask on, and like all throughout the match, he's like repositioning it and stuff. I'm like, dude, take it off. And then finally, it was like 2 minutes before he gets eliminated from the match, he finally takes the fucking mask off. I'm like, why'd you wait so long? He looked like he could barely see. But that was a great match. And the 10-man tag, Canadian Stampede, it's a legendary match. One of the greatest matches in the history of that company. With Shawn, first thing I think of is him beating Jeff Jarrett in Nashville for the Intercontinental title. He had a really good match with Owen Hart. I forget which show that was. The match with Diesel that you just mentioned, Good Friends, Better Enemies. That's the best match that Kevin Nash ever had. Mind Games against Mankind is an excellent match, even with the shitty finish. And the Undertaker matches. Like their Ground Zero match and their Hell in a Cell match the following month. It's pretty incredible. You know, 3 of the best matches in WWE history all took place in the same year. Bret Hart and Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13. Canadian Stampede, 10-man tag. And the first Hell in a Cell. And really, it's between WrestleMania 13 and Hell in a Cell. If you made the argument that either of those two matches were the greatest match in company history, I wouldn't argue with you. But all of that happened in 1997. See, that's why I say make sure you go through all the 97 stuff. So honestly, it's pretty even between the two. I have to go Shawn Michaels, though. I think Shawn Michaels is Mr. In Your House. The Mind Games match and the Hell in a Cell match, that's really what puts it over the top for me.